Welcome to Health at Heart's presentation today on how to live to beat high blood pressure. So this presentation is for you if you're somebody with high blood pressure and maybe you're on medication and it's working to temporarily lower your blood pressure, but there's more you can do to get yourself healthy so you're not dependent on that medication. Now, what does lifestyle and blood pressure have to do with each other, right? Well, 95% of people with hypertension have essential hypertension, which is connected to poor diet, obesity, and other things that are linked to lifestyle choices. Social stress. How do you deal with stress? How do you deal with being stuck in traffic? How do you deal with problems in relationships? Are you active? Do you exercise? Do you move? Because if you don't, and you have high blood pressure, this is probably the reason. It affects, all aspects of life are connected to your health. But there are certain ones that more specifically affect high blood pressure. Sleep, stress, diet, and activity. But, you go to the doctor, maybe not feeling well one day, maybe your heart even feels like it's beating out your chest, maybe a little dizzy. You go to the doctor, they check your blood pressure and they say, you got high blood pressure. It's 160 over 120. So I'm going to prescribe you this medication and we're going to hope it lowers your blood pressure. And if they're good enough, they might also tell you, look at your salt intake. Maybe you need to reduce it, right? Now, these medications have benefits. Some of them will lower your blood pressure. If you have a diuretic, that will definitely force your kidneys to release sodium. And that usually lowers your blood pressure if it was caused by high sodium in your blood. And also, we're in that state where you're diagnosed with a condition that can increase your stress and further increase your blood pressure. And so to be able to get on that medication, right, and lower your blood pressure, that helps calm you down, minimizes your fears. This is all good. But I'm hearing some of you online, I'm seeing some of your messages, and you're saying the doctor never really tells you the actual cause. They prescribe medication, even sometimes the medication doesn't even work. So you're kind of stuck, you're frustrated, you got high blood pressure, you don't want it. They want to prescribe you medication. A lot of you don't like medication, and that's understandable. They come with symptoms, a lot of them. Sometimes you could feel dizzy because of your medication. Some people develop headaches and migraines. You can also risk having your blood pressure get too low, right? And that's when it gets too low, that's when you stand up and you feel dizzy. That means your blood pressure is too low. Sometimes because you're on a diuretic and it's forcing that sodium out of your body, your potassium levels can actually get too high, or you maybe just feel fatigue, right? This is why you have to go beyond medication to deal with your blood pressure. No, with medication, this is a sacrifice you're taking. You're reducing the quality of life by taking these meds. All these symptoms you may feel impact your ability to function day to day, to enjoy your daily activities, to enjoy being at work or enjoy working out or, just sitting down in front of the TV. If your stomach hurts and you're nauseous, it's hard to really be happy all the time, as you should be. So is taking medication the best solution? I can't make that decision for you, but I want to put it in your head. Is that the best thing you can do for your blood pressure? Another question is, will these medications change your lifestyle? So, I discussed essential hypertension is directly linked to lifestyle choices. What you eat, how you sleep, how you breathe. Is your medication, say you're sitting down at the table about to eat a nice greasy cheeseburger Is there medication going to jump out your pocket and throw that cheeseburger on the ground for you? Is it going to find a salad for you to eat? No. Medication cannot make your lifestyle choices. Only you can do that. What's the solution then? Like, in your mind, think to yourself, if medication might temporarily lower my blood pressure, but I also know lifestyle choices will help me create healthier habits and lower my blood pressure, then clearly the solution would be creating these new habits. Eating better, sleeping better, enjoying your life more, laughing more, de-stressing, and doing things you enjoy. Go out in nature, spend time with your kids, go to a ball game. Now let's talk about some of these. Let's get a little bit more specific. Like I said, sleep a few times. What does sleep have to do with blood pressure, right? Why does sleep matter? Scientists have been doing a lot of studies on sleep, the importance of sleep. They now can even break down your cycles of sleep, where you're in a deeper sleep or whether you're more active sleep when you're dreaming. They find that when you're not getting enough sleep, it will increase your risk of disorders. For example, high blood pressure. Did your doctor tell you that? High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, stroke, depression, all that's linked to not getting enough sleep, right? So even if you're obese, you might have high blood pressure and be obese, and a lot of you also have type 2 diabetes. Let's bring it all together and look at this and say, well, maybe one of the main lifestyle habits I need to change is my sleep. Am I getting deep sleep? And how many hours of sleep am I getting? To be more specific, when you're sleeping, okay, your body's doing a lot. Your body's regenerating. It's releasing a lot of toxins. It also reduces the inflammation in your body. So a lot of people have arterial inflammation, which is causing your high blood pressure. And when you're not getting adequate sleep, you're exacerbating that inflammation. You never give your body the chance to reduce it or deal with the cause of it. A lot of us, we don't get enough these days. Our lives are so busy. We have so much to do. We always have so much on our mind, whether, it's work, how to deal with these kids, what was going on in our relationships, what's going on TV and Twitter. All this kind of takes away from our sleep. It was less than a century ago, people are actually getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep a night. And now the average is under 7 hours. For some of you, a high blood pressure and even a regular heartbeat, you want to know kind of like more about sleep. You're kind of scared of having a heart attack. Well, there is a link between a lack of sleep and the risk of a heart attack. Essentially, your risk of heart attack goes up when you're not sleeping enough at night. And not just sleeping, but you need to go into that deep sleep. When you're in a deep sleep, your heart actually slows down, right? And it gives your heart a chance to kind of recover. So that's sleep. That's why sleep matters. You ought to be getting 6 to 9 hours of sleep a night. If it's more than 9, that might become problematic. If it's less than 6, that can also become problematic. So the next habit, is about hydration. Nobody usually talks about hydration, but it is actually really important to your health, right? How much water do you drink a day? And I'm not talking about coffee. I'm not talking about, black tea or soda. Like, how much water do you get? Because it has been shown in studies to lower your blood pressure. So many different ways you could become dehydrated. In addition to not drinking enough water, right? Maybe you're you like to drink a lot of coffee. Maybe you're that person, as soon as you wake up, you grab a cup of coffee. And then later in the afternoon, after lunch, you want to get another cup of coffee. Coffee is dehydrating, right? Certain foods are dehydrating. Dry food, bread can be dehydrating because just to digest that, your body has to use water so that bread can pass through your digestive system. So you're taking water away when you eat foods like breads, pastas, sometimes certain grains do that too. So are you compensating for that? Do you drink more water on the days you have a lot of pasta? Right? How much water should you drink? Just a general rule of thumb is that you should drink half your body weight in ounces. So if you're 120 pounds, just have at least 60 ounces of water a day. But really, if you feel like you're chronically dehydrated, for example, you're chronically dehydrated if you often have cracked lips, or your throat's often dry, or obviously if you already know you're not drinking enough, those are signs of dehydration. So if you feel that way, drink more than that standard, half your body weight in ounces. Drink a full glass of water as soon as you wake up in the morning, because you've been sleeping, remember, like about 6 hours or more. And so while you're sleeping, you're not hydrating. All of us, every human wakes up dehydrated. Start rehydrating as soon as you wake up. Another habit of ours, something we never notice we're doing, is breathing, right? You don't think about your breath. But most of us are shallow breathers, meaning we don't breathe from our diaphragm. We kind of more breathe from our lungs, and that's a shallow breath. So you don't get in enough oxygen. You don't get enough through your lungs, right? So if you're chronically not breathing in deep, then you can be stressing your body out to the point where it has to increase your blood pressure. Anyway. So what does breathing do for your blood pressure? One, when you breathe in, you wait. All right, so the connection between your high blood pressure and breathing is this. When somebody's breathing in deep breaths, you're also bringing in nitric oxide. Nitric oxide widens your blood vessels, and that reduces your blood pressure. It's considered a vasodilator. Some of the medications that you might be on help to increase your nitric oxide. So if you want to kind of go beyond your meds and do even more to help your medications work, practice deep breathing. It also reduces inflammation in your arteries and improves blood flow. So your lungs and your heart kind of work in tandem when it comes to your blood flow. You don't want to put all the burden on your heart. You want to get your lungs and helping you promote healthy blood flow. So there's a study on this. I'm not just like making this up. It's called slow deep breathing. It was done in 2005. For a period of just 30 seconds, people took 6 deep breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out for 30 seconds. And right away, that lowered their systolic blood pressure by 3 to 4 points. And the higher your blood pressure is, the more impact slow, deep breathing has on your blood pressure, okay? There's another type of breathing called alternate nostril breathing, where basically you plug one nostril. So for example, you plug your left nostril and you inhale through your right. And instead of exhaling through your right again, you don't. You hold it and then you plug your right nostril, open up your left, and you exhale through the left, right? So you inhale through one, exhale through the other, alternating, and you do it for about 10 to 15 minutes a day, every day. And this can lower your systolic by up to 8 points and your diastolic by 5. And this is so powerful, it can actually lower your heart rate as well. So, we kind of talked about meds. We talked about some lifestyle habits you can change, how you sleep, how you hydrate, and how you breathe. Let's compare. Medication will have some short-term benefits, and some may lower your blood pressure. But you have to go find that one. A lot of you already know the doctor prescribes one, sees how it works. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you get, too many side effects. So you try another one. And maybe that one might lower your blood pressure or not. And then you might end up being on 2 or 3. And it's like the cycle. Medication can also become, overwhelming with all those side effects, especially if you're taking more than one. And honestly, with all medication, there's a long-term consequence. As you continue to take that medication, over time, it will have a negative impact to your liver because they're all toxic. And those chemicals are gonna wear on your liver as your liver tries to eliminate them. Not to mention, they cost money, all these medications. Over time, think about how much you pay a month, and then think about how much you pay a year. And if you're going to be dependent on medication for years to come, that can really add up. Now look at lifestyle changes. Really, as soon as you start getting better sleep, you feel better right away. As soon as you start hydrating more, just 1 glass of water more a day, a lot of people start feeling better. It doesn't take much. You start to understand what it is your body needs. You continue to do it, and you automatically see results, right? Over time, you get your body to a certain level of health. You don't have to keep taking those medications. And then, maybe the most important piece to me is after you create your new healthy lifestyle habits, you have more control over your body. You don't have to go to the doctor and say, "Doc, what's wrong with me?" And that's very powerful. And it's very important to understand your vessel that you're in so you have full control of how it feels and functions. Now, I know I'm saying all this as if, changing old habits and creating new ones, eating better, not eating that burger, but having that salad instead, or that baked fish instead. That's not necessarily easy, right? It's not. It's very hard. When it comes to New Year's resolutions, even, you're it's New Year, new me. I'm going to start going to the gym. You buy that gym membership. I'm going to start working out. 80-90% of the time, people do not continue with those resolutions, no matter how excited they were when they made them. New habits are hard to make. You're out there, I see, I talk to you guys, I see what you're posting, I message you guys, and you're saying, I try to eat better, but it only lasted a few weeks. And I went back to eating the way I did before. That's common. Why? Why is it so hard to make lifestyle changes? Why is it hard to create new habits? Man, it's always easier to stick with what you know. It's always easier to not change. It's something about human psychology. Not to mention, if you don't have an environment that's going to support your new healthy habits, if you're not around people who eat healthy too, if you're going to have you want to eat better, but your wife has a bag of chips in that pantry calling your name, you might eat that bag of chips, right? And then new habits are hard to create even on a good day. But imagine sometimes things aren't going well. Maybe you're sad about something. Maybe you're pissed. Maybe, so say for example, you thought you'd get that promotion at work and you're really excited about it. And then Bob from the 3rd floor got it instead. It's really easy that day to just go ahead and eat a whole lot of cookies. It is. But what if you had some help, okay? What if you had people to help motivate you to make the change? What if somebody's going to give you the information you need to know, okay, what habit do I need to change? How do I need to change it? And what do I need to do next, right? And, what if it's given to you in a clear step-by-step plan, broken down in a simple way, so that you can have some knowledge, but really the main point is to start making the change. Well, I would like to help you with that. I would like to help you lower your blood pressure. My name is April Eke. I'm a wellness coach for hypertension and a holistic health advisor. And holistic health just means I look at the entirety of a person's life, whether it's not just what you eat, not just how you sleep, where you work out, how you are spiritually, do you have a religion? Let's look at your finances. Is that causing any stress for you in your life? Like, it just looks at a person as a whole being, as you are. So I have a group workshop coming up called Live to Beat High Blood Pressure. It's all about lifestyle makeover. It's virtual. It's a group thing. And we'll get together every week to talk about a new habit that we'll create. It's an 8-week workshop, okay? And in it, the goal is to help you discover new ways of controlling your blood pressure. We'll create a personalized healthy habits plan for you that meets you where you are, okay? Maybe you need to work on your stress more than you need to work on how you eat. We'll create that plan for you. And we'll be with you. I'll be with you as a coach, and you have your peers that are also in this group to support you so that your changes are long-term. Like I said earlier in the presentation, it's very important to focus on specific aspects of your life that directly impact your blood pressure. All right? Movement, exercise, sleep, food, stress management. You might be wondering, okay, how do I know this workshop is for me? I'm kind of interested. Now, let me tell you, if you're ready to commit to your health, the workshop's for you. If you know you're not supposed to have high blood pressure, if you know you're supposed to be a healthy human being, so you can do whatever it is you want to do in life without this thing holding you back, the workshop's for you. If you can see yourself and imagine the day you go to the doctor, they check your blood pressure and see it's normal again. They say, oh, we need to lower your medication now. Your blood pressure is actually getting too low. If you can see that day, this workshop's for you. And if you're willing to support other people who are going through the same thing as you, consider this workshop. Know that the workshop also comes with a guarantee, right? The point is to help you lower your blood pressure, okay? We're committed to this. And we back it by knowing if you go each week, you go through the learning process, we'll give you some information you can learn, and then we'll challenge you each week with a new habit, right? And if you go through those steps, we know you're going to have a positive result. But if for some reason you don't like your results, right, you can get a full refund. Now, this sounds like something that interests you. You can book your call today. We have a free coaching call. It's 30 minutes. And we're just going to talk about where you are with your blood pressure, where the number is, but more than that, where your health is. How do you feel about your health? What's ailing you? What obstacles are you facing? And we'll discuss how the workshop can get you where you want to be. All right, so to find out if the workshop is for you, schedule a free 30-minute call. It's free, no obligation. You can email me at april@healthatheart.com or go to our website at healthatheart.com and contact me there, and we'll schedule the call and we'll see if this is a fit for you.